mushroom over there. You learned that it's a mustache on the face? Yeah, true, true. What is this Blaziken deck? I'm having a look over here. Blaziken Pidgeot. Oh, it's a bunch of cards that are not released yet. Do I want to go first? I don't know. I'm gonna say no because I got Team Evolution in this deck. Oh, I'm still not feeling 100%. Feel better than yesterday though. Well, that is a terrible turn. Am I doing the thingy tomorrow? What am I doing? What thingy? What are you talking about? Oh, well, that is the plan. That is the plan. Did not prize check there, but never punished, so don't worry about it. Yeah, well, I mean that's the plan. That's the plan. I could even do some kind of training session, like some kind of coaching session tonight. If Lex drops in, I'll ask. Because tonight I may have like extra time. So tonight would work. Easy free win. I'm gonna get a couple of games on the books. Stop it, Zany. Alright, no. You can't just spam Budju in response to everything. Hi, Jevel. Jevel, are you still... It was you who was working on the Executor list, hey? You still working on it? I'm not like that enthusiastic about trying to do any kind of like coaching session tonight, although it would be good timing, but like my throat is still giving me a bit of grief, which is why I didn't stream yesterday. But I thought I'd stream today and see how I go. I will need Rabska for this matchup. Yes. I cannot get Rabska out immediately because... Dang. That's really unfortunate, actually. So I think it's like safer for me to play it like this. Ugh, yuck. I almost like don't want a TM evolution and just draw with grasping draw. I don't know. But I feel like I 100% have to get at least 2 Charmander, if not 3. So at least if I play it like this, I can candy into Zard, right? At least I can do it like this. Yeah, hand was a bit unfortunate. So you've got the list looking good. You just need to find what to do to replace the candy or keep it. So you're just like small changes that's required at this point. Sounds good. I might get cooked here. I might just have it all. But look, if they go the water ogre pawn, it's quite unlikely that they'll be able to... Okay, so it's not Terror Box, it's just Raging Bolt. That's fine. That's fine. So we can go like a bit of a slow setup here, which is kind of nice. Like I don't feel like I'm pressured to make any difficult choices too quickly. Alright, we just go like this. Got Pidgey. Got Poffin. And then we can go Charmander, Rellor. Charmander... Wait, maybe Charmander Pidgey. I think I like this. This might look a little bit redundant, like the approach, but I fully expect them to just have a way to knock out any lone Pokemon that I leave. So I like playing it like this. So we're going to go like this and this because we have the Rabska in hand. And we've got the candy. You know, we've got a lot of cards to work with. Even if they try to get a bit funny with us and snipe something out, then we're okay. And what I mean by snipe is the little raging bolt could emerge. The raging butt. Yep. With any luck here, we'll just one-shot the Teal Mask Ogre Pawn. You know, Candy, Pidgeot, Ultra Ball, get our Charizard, and then Pidgeot is needed. Oh, sorry, Counter Catcher. So let's see what happens. Artisan, not like super essential. Start with Pidgeot. We can do this. This is also like not that essential, but we've got it anyway. We just don't have to worry about it now. So good. Boss's orders, I think, is the take. Right, because I haven't played a supporter yet, so I'd rather keep the counter catcher because we will need it on a future turn. Right, and then we have to... I have to discard the... handy. Because I actually need to get another Charmander down too. This. Yeah, we're chilling now. We're chilling. Boss. Just like riding a bicycle. Playing Charizard. No problem. We like to see the Super Rod. Very good. We can grab back a few essentials. To be honest, next turn, if our draw is good enough, we could conclude the game with Briar. Boom.
Blueberry _ 166 just redeemed review a deck list.
Hi, Blueberry. Welcome back. You doing alright? I got a bit of a sore throat. So I'm going to sound a little nasally. But I'm here playing the Pokemon cards. Yeah, in preparation for the new release. It's not just you, the holos are one of the things that was updated. Alright, let's see if they can swing for the fences here. Because we might be in trouble. Alright, if we get to keep Charizard, I'm pretty happy. Although losing Pidgeot is not so good. The eel is flirting. Don't be like that, Blueberry. Don't be like that. Okay, I think we're cooked. What more is there to do, you know? What more can I do? Except to, you know, declare an attack. Cannot do anything with this. Attacking with Chi-Yu on that turn would have been good. If I had a way to use this to offset the prize trade, it would have been amazing. Yeah, instead we're about to get cooked. Zard is fine, and I'm going to tell you why, Blueberry. See this in the corner? Wait, I got to move out of the way. See this? Or this? See this in the... Oh my gosh, my chair's in the way. See? It's got a weakness. That's why this card is okay. It's got a weakness. Alright, instead, look at this. Do you see a weakness on Raging Bolt? Is there a weakness here? No. You know what Pokemon I would remove in a heartbeat? You know what I would remove? Nope, Charizard's balanced. Don't worry about it. Don't listen to Blueberry. Charizard is balanced. You know what card I don't like? This. You know what other card I don't like? This. But this is okay now, and you know why? This. But yeah, if there's any card that has made me unreasonably annoyed, it's Dusknoir. Dusknoir is cursed. It's in the name. It's cursed. I don't like you, Dusknoir. Charizard, you're okay. You're alright. Because you know what? You know what? With Charizard, if I just decide I want to go play Meowscarada, okay, I can just pick another deck that counters Charizard and beat it. So, like, yeah, okay. Charizard's, ew, yuck. Like, I don't like it because it's OP. Like, but you can just do something about it if you want. Okay? Like, Charizard, all it does is it attacks the Pokemon in front of it. That's all it does. Right? But Dusknoir, I use Curse Blast. Well, what am I going to do to stop Curse Blast? Is it, am I going to play Manaphy? No, you couldn't do that. The new Shaman? No, doesn't stop Dusknoir. Rabsca? Nope, doesn't stop Dusknoir. It's not until we get that Psyduck that I'll be okay with Dusknoir. Zard's okay. Alright, Zard's okay. Do you know why? Do you know how you can know it's okay? When was the last time it did anything significant? In, like a TPCI regional championship? I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. Alright, let's have a look at this list. Have you shared it yet? No, not yet. Oh, I've got a deck list that I want to try too. Let me grab this list from Blueberry. And so this is Blueberry's Let's Have a Blast Wheezing Expanded deck. So a bit of a for-fun strategy, okay? Or at least it's not... I don't know, when I look at expanded results, I only see Regidrago. So if I don't see Regidrago, I'm not sure where it stands in the metagame for that format. Not one that I pay too much attention to. But we've got Wheezing, and we've got Shedinja here with the interesting Vessel of Life ability. So you discard the Shedinja, well, you don't discard it, but like you discard everything attached to it, and then you attach this as a tool to another Pokemon, and then when the other Pokemon gets knocked out, your opponent takes one less prize. So very, very, very interesting. It doesn't stipulate like how that Pokemon should get knocked out, but just when it does. So, you know, for example, your opponent attacks Wheezing, and whether it's by attacking or bench snipe or spreading damage counters or whatever, the Vessel of Life will activate. So if you've got all the broken cards and expanded, it's very possible that you get a lot of mileage out of this Pokemon. Now, I guess I should talk about this one too. So it says, if this Pokemon is in the active and it is knocked out by an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, you flip a coin, and if heads, the attacking Pokemon is knocked out. So if you have a few very lucky coin flips, your opponent might just lose without you having to do much more than evolve. Judge in here, I see Black Market, which says that when a dark Pokemon is, or that has dark energy, is knocked out, your opponent takes one less prize. So the longer you can keep Black Market in play, the better. Very, very cool. And then whenever your opponent tries to remove the stadium by way of an item or a supporter, you prevent effects of that done to the stadium. So you sort of run out of a lot of like universal common ways to deal with stadiums. You have to have like either a Pokemon based way or a counter stadium. And when this gets removed, it goes to the Lost Zone, so very interesting aspect to it. Couple of Paths to the Peak for ability lock, Brock's Grit, Rescue Stretcher, love that card. Yeah, pretty cool. And what, 5 Dark and a Legacy Energy to work with, so very cool. So a theme around just basically trying to rely on Weezing and reusing it as much as possible in order to, you know, have as many chances at winning by way of Let's Have a Blast. So, I guess the tricky part is making sure your opponent doesn't get the chance to try and take KOs on Budju and Nincada, right? So those are pretty tricky. But once you get into a bit of a rhythm with the deck, hopefully you can extend out the amount of times your opponent has to take a KO to even get 6 prizes. What's the coughing that works with Roxy? Not sure. What does Roxy do? I thought there was like an Ascension coughing, by the way. Yeah, you might want to use this one. If you can get it. It's D block, so it's not that old. But yeah, you might, like, if you're running a 60 HP coughing anyway, it's probably this one if you can get it. That just makes a lot of sense in this deck. And then you might need ways to get energy more consistently as well, because this is not a lot of energy. Like, you won't be able to get it as often. Rescue Carrier helps. I would almost want Night Stretcher in the deck too. Energy is optional. Yeah, I see what you're saying. The blowaway bomb one, so let's... Is it a Weezing? So once during your turn, when you discard this Pokemon with the effect of Roxy, put 1 damage counter on each of your opponent's Pokemon. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's cool. Although it doesn't... Like, although it does tie into the theme of spinning fumes, you can see that, like, the strategy is not the damage spread aspect. There's a coughing as well? Really? Ah, there is 2. There is 2. There you go. So, yeah, there is, like, damage counter spread synergy, but we're not trying to spread damage counters with this deck by the looks. Like, you could. Maybe you pick up a cheeky KO at some point, but, yeah. So, yeah, just the coughing is the one thing that I would look at, Blueberry. Try and get the, I forget the name of the set. It's not, what set is that one again? This set symbol? I forget. Ah, they accept proxies? Yeah. Consider this coughing then, since it has Ascension. You can just evolve straight into wheezing, which would be pretty helpful for you, I think. Shining Fates? Yeah, that's the one. Good eye. Whoa. Okay. You're trying to save your printer ink? Ah, the printer ink meta. I understand. I have another deck list that I want to try after I play one more game of the Zard. And then we'll go from there. Oh, really, Jevil? I'm not sure. It should be there. Lex has a podcast? Yeah. Okay, no worries then. That's alright. So we'll be out at the warehouse, right? That suits me because I'm not, I'm not my best self tonight just because I'm a bit nasally. It's alright, you know? Let's have a look and a think. So I probably want to use Cleffa here. I need to get out of this hand because there's not a lot going on. And I think I don't want to risk anything when I'm facing down an Ogerpon like this, so I'm just going to go double Charmander. It would really suck if they knocked out both Charmander. But we have to, like, prevent that from being a possible outcome, too. Secret Box gives us Zard and, like, everything, so that's cool. Yes, Zenny. I know, Zenny. But that's just how Twitch works. That's how it works. I guess I could, like, add them to 7TV. I could do that, too. I don't think Rellor is it. I can discard this and this. I think this is fine. I don't think it's going to be a Rellor game. Because we're just going to get rid of the Ogerpon now and it'll be fine. Right? So I'll take Candy. I'll take Iono. I'll take... Well, what do I want to take here? Wait, how much do I do a Defiance Band here? Zenny, I have no idea. I don't need either of those tools yet. I hope I haven't prized all my fire energy. Wow. Not all of them. At least, not all of them. Put them to 4. Yeah, I'll take a Pheasantipity. Why not? A little bit extra to work with, yeah. Take a Pidgey. Okay, Nest Ball. Take a Duskull. Okay. Not bad. Can we do anything more with this turn? Is there any value in getting a Charmeleon? Probably not, right? Just attack. Is there a role that I can give you that gives you all the emotes, even if you're not subbed? Or do I just need to put them all on 7TV? Well, the outcome is that you still get knocked out. Apparently, no. All it is an acknowledgement that you've made, like, emotes for the community. I'll play with it after stream. Haha. Haha. Oh, I'm sorry. Dang! Dude, imagine you're my opponent and you just get hit with the boss's orders. To be honest, I should be knocking out the Pheasantipity. But I like getting rid of the crystal there too. Dude, I'd be so mad if my opponent got Ionoted to Pidgeot boss. Alright, do you want to see something cooked? Here's a list that I thought was interesting. Okay, I gotta cut the Psyduck from the list, but one moment, please. I don't know. Path to the Peak is supposed to stop Mew VMAX, right? What does the Mew VMAX deck do? Oh, plays 4 Path to the Peak, despite being very reliant on abilities. And, Blueberry, have a look at, Destined Rivals format lists. There are a bunch of Raging Bolt, Ogerpon, Noctowl decks running Watchtower. So I wouldn't celebrate too quickly. I wouldn't celebrate too quickly. It will certainly shift the dynamic, though. It will make things different. Let's just hope that I don't have to deal with damage spread. I'm just gonna hope and pray. It is, you know, regardless, it's great that it'll be a thing. Oh, also, Jevil, I see the redeem for the Battle Me on Live came up in the event. So like, I don't know why I missed it. I must have been locked in. But yeah, we can play Jevil. Well, if you still want to play after I finish this game, I'm down. I'm down for sure. What is this hand, though? Can you imagine hitting your opponent with, like, turn 2 Watchtower Judge? You'd be cooked. Dude, what am I gonna do here? We take the special energy because we want to keep energy in the deck for Crispin. Maybe I should attach to the bench. My bad. I'm hoping that this Okie Dokie is just very annoying for them to deal with. I do want them to have to discard the maximum number of cards for every KO they take. So, we'll see. Klefki Tower Judge, that's what I'm talking about. Don't call it Spidgeot. Oh, you mean it's Pidgeot. I thought you were trying to, like, refer to Spidops in some way. Because that will be a deck, right? Team Rocket's Spidops. Everyone's allowed to hate a deck. It's alright. Everyone's allowed to have a deck that they just have an unreasonable... Just an unreasonable disdain for. I'll allow it. Blueberry just has a particular dislike. For me, the deck that really made me upset to see exist was ADP Zacian. That deck, and like pretty much just Seismitoad EX. Those two Pokemon, ugh. Cause like Toad Garbodor was such a lame. It was like really good. And that's what made it so lame to me. Yeah, well, I'm glad that they didn't do that. I'm very happy to not have a reprint of Path to the Peak. Thank you. Alright, let's do this again. Oh, I should have grabbed... Okay, yeah. This is what I should have done last turn. I didn't really think... Like, I thought, oh, I need the Luminous Energy for reasons. And then I didn't really consider that EXP share doesn't work with the Luminous Energy, so... Counterplay to Ursaluna? Oh, yes. Okay, yes. I can get behind that because I hate Blood Moon Ursaluna. Oh my goodness. That card... I was really unhappy to see that card translated. I'd be like, you kidding me? What? Pokemon, what are we doing? What are we doing here? It's like printed in a way where like their justification or thought process there. Let's go Hops Cram. So that their thought process, you could kind of see where they were at there, right? Hang on, let me just cook for a second here. I've got to do this. Let me cook for a moment. One moment, please. Really? Really? I forgot that that's not the way that attack cost works. I really just needed to attach the Luminous Energy. My bad. Ah, that's really annoying. Okay, now that I've had one screw up, I understand how I needed to play that turn. So... I needed to have Fighting Energy here, Luminous Energy goes here, so then when this gets knocked out, the Dark Energy moves. Now I know what to do. Don't laugh at me. Don't laugh. Yeah, Pult is very annoying. The Crystal is very annoying, too. They didn't need to make Terra Crystal. Or the Sparkling Crystal. But, in spite of that tool, there are a bunch of like decks that could run it that don't. Case in point, not every Dragapult will play it. Yeah. But it's like kind of nice for a lot of the other archetypes that just need to be propped up like a little bit. Blame Pult, not Crystal. Yeah. I would have been... I feel like Dragapult should have had one extra colorless energy attached to its attack cost. One colorless energy. Please. Jenny. Yes. Yes, you in the back. Any cards that I think are just like waiting for someone to figure out? So the game is really like different these days. And what I mean by that is there's just like, how do I put it? Give me a moment. See, I've really messed up because my tempo is all wrong for this game. Once upon a time, yeah, cards could just lie in wait for waiting for people to figure out. It's very, very like rare for anybody to like miss an idea. Between Japan having just thousands upon thousands of players and our unprecedented access to their local tournament results, and then just like the sheer amount of people who play online, tournament results are reported all the time, regionals happening every few weeks, everybody's incentivized to play like the very best decks that they can come up with. It's like hard for anything to be hidden. With that all being said, what do I think is waiting for somebody to figure out? For the longest time, I would have said Rabska. But people have figured out that Rabska can be a thing. No problem there. Hi, KRMC. How are you? I don't understand how they're bad. Like, cards that should have been good but didn't end up being so. I don't know, like... So, like, tournament results don't surprise me that often. Let's look at, like, the top decks, right? Like, all the decks that are, like... I think the only thing that is... I won't say surprising, but refreshing, is that the two top decks are both Stage 2. That is cool to me. I'm very, very pleased that Dragapult and Gardevoir are the best decks. And that they are tailed by two decks that just do overwhelming amounts of damage. So Raging Bolt and Goldango. Really? Is this what we're doing? Ain't no way. So they must be like struggling to get the damage. They must be having a hard time now. Because they must just be running out of energy. Right? So we do this. We do this. We're gonna do this. We'll do this. Good punch. Now what will you do? Wait, they're gonna circumvent the fickle spitting completely. That's annoying. So annoying. Unless they don't get energy here. I'm not making it easy for them. Right? Because I'm not taking KOs. Pheasantipity is not activated even once. They probably have nothing to do here, which is hilarious. So I might actually penny. I'm going to penny if they... whether they attack or not. Because I want to collect a KO of Cram. And at least cash out, you know, this card. Good. This is going to be devastating, to be honest. Town Store, we keep thinning the deck, right? Dark Energy here, it's got extra HP. Charm. Charm. Now what do you do? Because you're not attacking Okie Dokie, I think. Iono could be really good here too. They used up their Prime Catcher as well. Ooh, Cinderace? Yeah. Yeah, that's true, Blueberry. Although, I'm not like... Oh, here's a good answer for you, Zenny. Meowscarada. Meowscarada. Yeah. Also, up until the weekend, I would have said the various grass Pokemon too. Well, don't let your dreams be memes, Zenny. Let's figure it out right now. Ooh, that's a good point about the way Shaman works, actually. Yeah. Being able to just, like, blast EX Pokemon despite Shaman is quite good. Quite good. Alright, good outcome. Good outcome here. Okie dokie. Okay. Energy. Give up! Give up! Thank you. Thank you. How's it butt? It's kind of like there are just other Pokemon that do what it wants to do without it's not like significantly different enough to like other Pokemon in its tier. You know what I mean? Like there's tons of Pokemon in VGC or whatever that like are just not as good for like reasons that are not that important or not that significant. So, but because they're not as good, they just don't get used. What do we do with this card then? Garnet Volley. Thanks, Jebel. You can buy a playset of Cinderace. They're what, like 50 cents each? Nobody wants them? Sad. Jebel, do you wish to play? I might play a fun deck against you, if that is permitted. $1 each? Easy. Meow. Here's my fun Meowscarada Blaziken deck from a little while ago. I like this deck. It's cool. It's not that great, but it's cool. Cards are dirt cheap. That is true. Not wrong. Go what I want? I shall. I shall. I've added you, but just in case, this is my in-game name. Hey, Icebreaker. You're new to live? Oh, fantastic. Please enjoy your stay. It's very wonderful being a new player. You get to, like, pick up cards for the first time, like, all the time, and be like, wow, I didn't know that a trading card like this could exist. Like, every time you look at new cards, there's always, like, something really new and fascinating. So, I'm sure you'll have a good time. But welcome in, Icebreaker. Do you have access to all the cards in live, or do you have to acquire them? You have to acquire them. So, we'll kind of work in reverse as to how to do that. Have I got, Jevil? Have I got you yet? You're not here yet, but when you accept it, we'll work in reverse. Basically, okay, let's say, Icebreaker, you want to make a deck. You're like, oh, for this example, I'll go show not owned. First of all, okay, you want to make a deck. You don't know if you have the cards in your collection for it or not, but you know what you want to make. So, first of all, go into this filter and go show all cards. So it'll show cards even if they're not in your collection. So I'm going to scroll down to, let's say, for example, I wanted to make an Omastar deck. Okay, you can see this little number here has nothing. So when it has 0. So like when I go to add it, it's sort of grayed out here, right? But what happens is you get this button. I'm in front of it at the moment, so I'll disappear for a minute. It's got this button here that says exchange. So you click it, and it says you can exchange 400 credits for this card. So it will minus it from this number, the trade credits up here, to add it to my collection, and then you've got it. Okay, so you won't have every card. You have like a pool of cards that you start with, and I would say that this game is pretty simple to get moving. Like, if you just want to build like maybe 1 or 2 decks to get you started, I would be surprised if you don't have the means to like get there before very long. Okay. Hey, Millie. Hey. So Icebreaker. Yeah, basically, you figure out the card that you want, put it in, and then if you don't have the credits for it, you can exchange for it. Now, you might be wondering, how do you get the credits? Mainly, it's just by playing, okay? And you'll just get the credits naturally by way of playing. The Battle Pass will give you credits as you go. So, like, I didn't pick tier 69 for any particular reason other than there being credits as a reward for getting to this. So you get it by way of, like, progressing through the Battle Pass. You can see in the shop, there's, like, ways to acquire the cards, right? So, for example, if I was to buy this, I already own a lot of these cards because I've bought this product already. So what happens is when you get cards that you already own the maximum number of, so I own 4 Ultra Ball already, right? So if I was to buy this product with my in-game currency, it would give me trade credits as like a refund, and then I can get the cards that I want. So those are like the 2 main ways to generate the credits. Yeah, hopefully all of that makes sense. Now let me, I'm going to accept, and then I'm just gonna turn my camera back on. Feel free to ask me any more questions if you like. That was a lot of talking that I just did. I'm just gonna say no to going first, and we'll see what happens. is there a deck that I would recommend which you can build to start with? So I'm going to go !resource, or wait, resources. These are the 2 places that I would look. I actually really like the Justin Basil site. So Justin Basil maintains this site, and it's pretty good at giving you an idea of what's popular at the moment and what decks to try. So you might want to try something that is budget. So if you go to what to play and go to budget decks, you'll see... So these decks are a bit out of date, actually, the ones that are listed, because they're still pre-rotation. But you can go, you could go, like, what to play, and then just go meta decks, and then have a look through that list of decks and pick the one that, like, appeals to you. Or look at the one that appeals to you. Bug catching set? Bro. No way. I'm cooked. Okay. Any of the decks that you get for free, probably. Like Charizard, probably a pretty good one to just start with. Charizard's also come back into vogue as well. It's a bit... It's become popular again. So, yeah. You could play Charizard, Pidgeot, Dusknoir. It's pretty strong. And... like, it has a place in the metagame at the moment, which is cool. So... we got cooked. Oh no! Dongs. I want to run that back. Rematch! 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 Jevil, you better not one and done me. You better not one and done. You better not one and done me. Give me the rematch. Get back here. Jevil knew. Jevil knew. Okay. We can attract customers, and then we'll use Drayton if we have to. Wait. No donk, please. No donk. Okay, good. It's the same deck. Yeah, you just play a counter stadium and get rid of it, Blueberry. You play Watchtower, I play Artisan. GG. You can play another Watchtower, I play another Artisan. GG. Oh! Okay. I should thin the deck first. Some of this. I like did not prize check at all because I'm lazy like that. Arven's good, but Arven's good because we can go even wider now. Wait, is it a precious trolley angle now? Got Combustion, we've got Florigato. I mean, the trolley doesn't matter at this stage, but yeah. So we've got one Florigato, one Combustion. Perfect. Some of this. Some of this. Evolution. Boom, boom. Okay. That's what I'm talking about. Nuh-uh, I'll just always have the answer in hand. And I've got Pheasantipity. Okay, I'll have 4 stadiums, and I'll have Pheasantipity and Chen Pao to remove the stadium. Nuh-uh. I'll just always have the out, don't worry. Every turn, I'm just going to use Pidgeot to make sure that I've got a counter stadium in hand to get rid of Watchtower. In fact, I'm going to put 4 Academy at Night in my deck and use Academy at Night to put Academy at Night on top of my deck every turn. What are you going to do then? What will you do then if I have 4 Academy at Night in my deck? Hi, Maddie. Alright, Blaziken time. Actually, attract customers first. Drayton. Okay. Please! Okay. Candy. I think I like that. Double Candy. Got Blaziken. But I don't have energies, though. So, maybe it's like this. Maybe that's better. Please! Yes! Yes! Okay. So Blaziken. Okay. Candy. Meow. Meow. So is this only to the bench? Yeah. Well. Okay then. Bouquet Magic. Do it now. We're over here. Attach. Oh, that would be so rude. Imagine we Trick Cape. That's not bad, actually. I am not opposed. I'm not opposed. But, like, also... Oh, we also live Tropical Frenzy. Oh, this is rude. I like this. I like this. Seed. But yeah, this is like super rude. put the energy back in the hand. Sets them behind. Yeah, my Charizard deck is going to have Shaman, 2/2 Rabska, 4 Academy at Night. No problem. Wasn't there once a Swordsbuck that could get stadiums? There was a Pokemon whose ability was get a stadium. I'm sure there was. Let's have a look. Swordsbuck. Yeah, I'm gonna put Swordsbuck in my deck. What am I cooking with Academy at Night? It's really simple, Zenny. To counter Watchtower, you use Academy at Night to put Academy at Night on top of your deck. Easy. That's true, Icebreaker, that's true. But it sets them behind one turn. Unless they've got a way to, like, quickly get another energy into play, they're sort of, like, behind on the attachments that they need to be able to attack. But they had the answer. So Jevil had the Crispin, which allows them to get an energy into play a bit faster than they normally would. So that's the counterplay. The main thing that I wanted to do here was just put a little bit of damage on the Executor with Meowscarada as well, because scratching nails here does more damage, but only if my opponent has damage counters on it already. So we're going to try and get, like, we're going to try and be a little bit silly in this game. We're going to try and have a little bit of fun. I got some ideas and schemes, but first of all, I'm going to need a bit more of a hand to work with. Just trust me. Just trust. Hey, Mr. Ben. You got a tournament next week? What deck should you play to win, to be sure to win all best of one? I wonder, what should you play in that kind of format? Because previously, I would have said, you know, just get in there with... Oh, watch this. Watch this. You ready? You ready? Boss? Tree? I'm sorry, Jevil. Wait, you are weak to grass, right? Yes. Scratching nails does 440. It's too bad that I didn't also have like an energy in hand to ping this one again. Poison Donk? No, I think probably Raging Bolt, to be honest. Probably Raging Bolt. That's probably what I would play if I was like agnostic in my deck choices and I could just, if I had no, you know, if I wasn't leaning towards any deck in particular, just play Raging Bolt. Raging Bolt itself is a dragon type. It has no weakness, but you have to worry about Lily's Clefairy now. So you will probably get cooked by anyone playing Gardevoir. But otherwise, you should be in for a good time. Like, I think Bolt is good. Otherwise, like, see, like, it's not, there's not like an obvious, actually, okay, I've got it for you. Joltik. Play Joltik. Joltik box. Okay, what do I have to do here? What do I have to do? Going to attach an energy here. Bug catching set, see if we find anything good. I will take a grass energy just so I can discard it. Actually, I'm gonna put another one to the bottom too. So let's use bouquet magic here. Ooh, that's annoying. But fine. Let's do this. There is no Florigato to look forward to, is there? That would have been such a good Tatsugiri hand. It's alright. It's alright. My opponent's about to take 3 prizes. We might be cooked. I might have to commit to attacking with Blaziken here, to be honest. Yeah. Yeah, no worries, Mr. Ben. Yeah, Raging Bolt or Joltik Box. Probably what I would pick for best of one. At this point. Stop it, Zenny. Stop it. Hey, Lexi. Lexi, I was going to ask whether you'd be down for coaching tonight, but I think you've got... you got that thing. Ooh, we can cash out the Meowscarada here. You've got your thingy. Podcast. Why did I struggle for the right English word there? Okay, now that we've thinned the deck by 1, we use to attract customers. Arvin? Question mark? Probably. Do I believe in Ultra Ball? I do. Good. Rescue board not required. Probably. Do this. I got a scheme though. I think I'm going to attack with this Meowscarada rather than expose our EX. Energy in the discard pile, yep. Okay. Oh, yes, Joltik Box. Yeah, busy tonight. Tomorrow should be good. Yeah, tomorrow should be good. You two stop pissing about. Go here and look at the decks on the front page, the top decks. Shut up, Zane. Shut up. What time? So I will probably start stream at about 5:30 AEST. So how that converts into Melbourne time, I don't know. But I will work it out after stream. So I start at 5:30. Pretty much just turn up whenever you feel like. Right? It's casual dress policy, right? You're not expected to turn up in ultra professional clothing or anything like that. You sort of just wear what you like. What else? Are we whipping it? Seems okay. I kind of want to just hit them with the Iono to make life difficult, right? Wait! No. Oh, I could have won this turn. I needed to promote Meowscarada, discard the energy, and then just attack with Blaziken. I could have won this turn. But I'm dumb. Which is a bit unfortunate. Yeah, I'm dumb. Shame. Birthday suit? Well. Let's talk about that. Take the Drayton. So I'm not going to bother using Bouquet Magic here. I'm just going to attack. Keep the energy in hand. Actually, I might just attach it too. So I don't like lose the opportunity later. Right, and so like now they're like sort of cooked. Kind of. The play here would be counter catcher into Blaziken if they have it. Because they need to knock this out, otherwise they're it's GG. I couldn't place any damage to Bouquet Magic because Monkey Dory was just going to move it anyway. You gotta behave. Behave. Zenny, behave. I said behave. I'm gonna have a look at what is there to come. What is there still? We've got 2 candy, we've got 3 grass. Counter catcher is useless now, but boss's orders is in there. So now what? So I think I like Candy just to have double Blaziken on the go. And so like this is not necessarily like an assurance of anything. But it is looking better with every turn. That is for sure. Wait, why am I slow playing this? Okay, never mind. I'm sitting here thinking I've got like one more turn to take. My apologies. Look, being a streamer, being a human means that sometimes you just lose where you are. Okay? Shut up. Don't laugh at me. Well, I'm glad that the chat room is getting mileage out of the budgie. Hey. Good game, Jevil, good game. Yeah. It was an interesting game to play through. I definitely, I would say that I had the advantage because, you know, having a grass stage 2 that can one-shot Hydreigon easy peasy made it very easy for me to play through that game. It was still like, I did have a bit of a buffer towards the end to work with, but it still like kind of felt close. I don't know. But it was fun. It was fun. Can I explain what Seething Spirit does? Yeah. So what ability is Seething Spirit? Is that, that's Blaziken, right? Yeah, so it has this cool ability. Once during your turn, attach a basic energy card from your discard pile to one of your Pokemon. So you look through your discard pile, energies that have been discarded, and this ability circumvents like the attach one energy per turn rule. It's its own separate thing. So it lets you get ahead on the energy attachments and put them where you want. It's a very, very, very good ability. Any effect that can put energies into play, you know, by way of the way that they work, is worth reading once or twice because they're quite good icebreaker. For example, Charizard has this ability. When you play it from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon, search your deck for up to 3 basic fire energies and attach them to your Pokemon any way you like. So, very, very strong aspect of the Charizard EX. Yeah, you can just redeem the thing. You can just redeem the things any. I put the redeem for it as low as possible, so it just like costs nothing to unlock the emote. It is a funny emote, the electric. It reminds me of playing electric decks over a decade ago, because you would just attach the air balloon. Or you would play Keldeo EX with Russian and the balloon attached. I'm looking forward to it. Okay. What are we up against? Maractus. Yuck. I think that Rellor will not be good in this game, but Pidgey will be. Yep. We'll... like, maybe Artisan for another Charmander here? Just hang on to this hand. Yes, Millie. It's a hard question to answer, Mr. Ben. In a best of one format, whatever your deck prefers. Which, given the prevalence of Budju in general, a lot of the time going second is preferable. But, yeah. You got it. I'll listen to the Sonic the Hedgehog. No problem. Should have got Budju, huh? Uh-oh. Morgram. Turn it down a little bit because it's probably a lot louder for you guys than it is for me. What I want to do with the electric emote Zenny is make it like the people leave emote, but it's just like electric floating away into the distance. You know what I mean? Dang, I didn't mind that hand. Get curved. That's alright. Chilling. We're chilling. No problem. Rella will actually be good here. Hey. Alright, now what will you do, Budju? Dang, I really wish I'd gotten the Budju of our own, but never mind. 30, 40, 40, 40. GG just flops, I guess. But at least we can hit the Budju of combustion? Question mark? I guess we're hitting it with that. Never got around to playing Sonic Colors, but it did look like a very fun game when it came out. Like, you know, like several years ago. A really long time ago. Sonic Generations was the last one that I played. That was a good game. Wait. What's going on? Play the music. Alright, not looking to knock out the Dusclops. Fair enough. Fair enough. Actually, Rabska might be a hindrance more than anything, huh? We'll see. Ooh, very good card. Alright, I'm doing it. Alright, I'm doing it. Question mark, I'm doing it, question mark. Research. Look, not bad. Could have been way worse. Could have been way worse. Cursed Blast. I like targeting this one because I just don't want to deal with this nonsense. Ooh, nice. Pidgeot, we like it. I mean, sure, it's got to be like this, right? It's got to be like this. We're about to send this Budgie to the Shadow Realm. Hello, X Factor. Goodbye, Budgie. Get smoked. So presumably, Grimmsnarl is not too far off. There it is. Shadow Bullets does 180 and 30 to the bench, but we've got the Rabska, so we'll be able to prevent that damage spread from occurring just a little bit. I might even go like Rod, Duskull, Dusknoir energy here. I also really want to try and limit my opponent's hand as well, so it might be an Ionu play, but we'll see, I guess. Artisan. Not bad. Not bad for us. Ouch. How you going, X Factor? Sheesh. My opponent's turn is still going. They're still playing cards. What card should I review next, by the way? Know of any good cards revealed lately? Does anybody got some suggestions? Zekrom? I don't want to review Zekrom. I don't think Zekrom's very good, but it would be good clickbait. I guess like we could look at you know, how good do we think Zekrom is? And I'll just be able to say, well, you know, it's got electric to work with, but otherwise it's not great. That was my impression of it anyway. Have you got a Pokebeach article for me, Zenny? Like a link? Dude, what? Okay. What are we doing here? What is it that you're trying to achieve with this nonsense, huh? Simply despicable. Despicable. Let's go Rod. Something like this. Something like this. Now, is there any value in me going for a boss's orders here? Not really, huh? But, like, if I just attack the Grimmsnarl, they're in a bit of trouble because I can follow up with Dust Noir. That's the idea, that's the logic. Now, they don't know what I've put in hand. Right, they've got no idea. But they're going to have an idea that, like, you know, I obviously want to keep what I've got. So that is the one worry. They played Iona, right? So there's no guarantee that they'll have hand disruption in hand. We didn't take a KO, so unfair stamp isn't active. Our hand should be safe. The one thing that would have been cool is if we could have also gotten Briar in this hand too, but you know, we take what we can get here. If they set up a second Grimmsnarl, that's quite good. Quite good. Because we can set up a pretty interesting end game here between Countercatcher Dust Noir. So we'll see. Oh, there's a Zekrom EX in Black Bolt. There is. Alright. Fine then, keep your secrets. See if I care, Grimmsnarl. Probably a pretty good move. Getting rid of the Dust Golem, going 2-2, or 2-4. Not bad. Means that we have to 2-hit KO their Pokemon. Which is a bit unfortunate, but it's just the position that we're in. Found cookies. Very good. Grimmsnarl definitely has something. Being able to prevent all this excess damage with Rabska has been good, though. So it's not this. I think we just lose if we play that down to double Monkey Dory. Well, maybe. I don't know. Mega Fire of Envy? Ah, probably not. Yeah, I feel like Pidgey's a liability at this stage. We just play with the cards that we've got. Maybe I could have attached an energy to the Rabscar, I don't know. Oh, it's really tempting to Night Stretcher. It's really tempting to Night Stretcher for the Duskull. Because we've got the win con in hand, right? If they can't do anything about our board, then it's GG. So we'll see. The cookies suck. Sorry to hear that. It's nothing more disappointing than thinking you found yourself a little treat and it not living up to expectations. Has Rabska been significant in this match? Or nah? See, they've got the double Adrena Brain on board, but no way to knock out the Duskull unless they just target it. You say no? It's stopped a lot of damage. Like, they'll have won the game by this point. But instead, we just go Arven now. Arven. Ultra Ball GG. In classic Charizard fashion. Banger. Charizard still got it. Charizard still got it. Maybe I'll just play this at a cup or something soon. Not bad, huh? Just yoink a list from a Japanese City League tournament and then add Rabska. Are you reviewing the match? Oh, also, you posted a screenshot in there. I wasn't sure what that was in response to. Or is that, because you redeemed the battle points. I see. Yep. Charizard's pretty good. This Okie Dokie deck is a lot better than you might think, too. Has anybody got a link to the Zekrom EX? Can someone help me out? Yeah, it's a cool deck, Javel. It's a cool deck. Keeping the damage on your bench is risky because it allows Meowscarada to do the increased damage. But, yeah, it's cool. Ooh. Thank you, Zany. That's all I needed. Perfect. What am I doing here? What are we thinking, team? What are we thinking? I'm probably not going to play the Town Store down. I'm just going to Luminous Energy and pass. This is looking like it's probably Grimmsnarl, right? Probably just Grimmsnarl. Nope. I was incorrect. So we gotta get this Ogerpon out of here. Pronto. Thank you much, Lee, for the link. Yeah, I could just Iron Bundle and then attack one of these. And, like, if I'm them, I'd be pretty annoyed. The Miller's back. Hey, nice one. I kind of just want to do it. I think I'll just do it. To at least, like, try and extract some value out of the ogre pawn here, you know? Cannot give them town store in case they've got the crystal. Alright, hit them with the demolish. Boom. So you'd probably be pretty annoyed that you can only get one Dracloak into play. And if you go straight into Dragapult via Rare Candy, then you've got no draw engine. So we'll see, I guess. We'll see. Iona is pretty good. Happy with that. Can Colress Tenacity for Artisan too, if we want. But the point is that we're attacking already, right? We're applying pressure already. If this Maractus doesn't do anything about its HP total, then we get 2 prizes off the Ogre Pawn. 2 for 2, not bad. Not bad. And then we can just sit with a Cram in the back. We just put Crammer in the back, perhaps. Okay, so my opponent decided that they don't require draw. They're just going to go straight into Dragapult and say, see you later. Fair enough. Fair enough. So I am loath to put the Artisan down, but I do need to, like, have a stable board myself. I do need something, right? Grabbing the Luminous Energy where I did, bit of a mistake. I'll just take Legacy here. And then we just attack. Hey, I didn't agree to these terms. I didn't agree to exploding needles. Yikes. Night Stretcher is kind of nice. We can retreat the Ogre Pawn into Okidogi. Night Stretcher, take the fighting energy off it. Not bad. Not bad. Alright, well, if they've got the Brock scouting, I don't feel so bad. Don't feel too bad. About how I decided to put the Artisan down. It's fine. Budgie! Get your Budgie. Where's your Budgie at? Artisan. Okie dokie. Oh, sorry, Monkey Dory. Padrina Brain. Nice try. Nice try. And now I kind of just want the Ogre Pawn to get knocked out. Like, it's probably fine if it does. Or when it does, I should say. Bravery Charm down here seems good. We won't use the EXP share there. We can Colress again. So what do I want to take now? Maybe just a fighting to have in hand. I'll take an Artisan too. Or not. Maybe not, actually. Leave it in the deck. Well, this is how I'm doing damage this turn. I can't retreat into the Okie Dokie. I am enjoying the Budju spam. Please continue. It's a good emote. It's a good one, Zane. Nailed it. Come here, Pheasantipity. Okie dokie would like a word. Hey, wait. You're not allowed to play that Pokemon. Get out of here. What are you doing? Same color scheme, different Pokemon. I do let the Toad bounce though. The Smug Budju is a very, like, all-encompassing emote, really, when you think about it. Like, you can just... It's like, it's got a Kappa quality to it. It's like Kappa. Taram, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the follow. I could have gone with Cramorant here, actually. Would have been a good Cram turn. But that's okay. It's alright. We'll just make the most of it, yeah? Shut up. Do not colon 3. In chat. Says so in the stream title. You're not supposed to. Now, I just attached that energy, right? This turn? Yeah. So I don't really want to go Monkey Dory here. Probably another Okie Dokie. Probably Okie Dokie. Then we'll do this. Town Store. Yeah. EXP share is good. It's a good tool. And then we Ionu. Okay, they'll be at 4. We won't be activating Fez. That's the important thing. Boom. Okay, good luck! Good luck, Dragapult! Good luck. Try your best. Try your best, Dragapult. Let's see how you do. Got any Dark Energy? Got any Dark Energy back there? It is like a Kappa emote. It is. That's what it looks like up close. And then we got this one too. And so you can like make it float away like this. Yeah, it can be on the bench. Can live on the bench. Is this GG? Oh, come on. We're so close to winning on this turn. But this will live with 10. And this also lives with 10. Wait, is it still possible? Actually, it might still be... No, Cram doesn't do enough damage. Cram's not enough. Yeah. Cram's not enough. That's okay. Ah, it's too bad about this. And then we're gonna keep this for Blood Moon. And they'll have to be very careful about where they put damage counters. Interesting. Okay, if they attack with a... Well, when they attack with the Dragapult, they have to be very careful about where they put the damage counters because we have double Monkey Dory. And they still don't knock out the Okidogi in the active. So they also need just a better target for the attack. Hilarious. That's also funny. That's also funny. To make Budju a bit smaller. Sit over here. Okay. You attack with Ursaluna, you lose. Because we got Nestball Crispin. GG. Oh, also Okidogi itself. Right? You attack with this, you lose. Is that right, Zenny? GG, question mark? Nice try. Nice try. The superior bear. The superior bear. Get out of here, Dragapult. Enough out of you. Enough out of you. Like float over my shoulder or something. Just don't want to cover the rat. It's a dog. Is it? Is it canine? Okay. I know that the name would suggest that it's a dog.
Easy.
Okay. But it looks like a bear. I look at that and I see a bear. I get the dog in the okie dokie would suggest that it is a dog. Okay. And it is true that that has become apparent to me in the last 15 seconds or so. But it does look like a bear. Okay? Okay, shut up. Shut up. Don't laugh at me. Should I review Zekrom now? Is it time? Is it Zekrom review time? Is Zekrom a dog? Alright, we're gonna talk about Zekrom. Its ability is guard dog. It can still be a bear. Ooh. The California family. That's definitely what you wrote, right? The California family. Just a bit of a misspell. Just a bit of a misspell. Alright. Zekrom. What do we think about this Pokemon? So I'm going to put the important text in chat. Okay? That's what it does. I'm going to bust out the notepad. As I do. As I usually do. Not a misspell. That is the name. Yeah, the California family. I'm just being silly. Just being silly. So, what is the script going to be? So this is the portion of the stream now where I annoy everybody for about 20 minutes while I ramble to myself and write a script. So this is the new Zekrom. So we'll say Zekrom EX is one half of the legendary duo representing the upcoming Black. Well, Zekrom is the face. Is the face of the Black Bolts. Zekrom EX is. How do I phrase this? Is one of the main new legendary EX Pokemon being printed in the upcoming Black Bolt and White Flare dual set. And what's the trivia? It's a new rarity called BWR, right? BWR? Is that what the new rarity is called? There's like a new rarity.
Is this the answer you've been looking for?
Oh, sneaky old crab. What's going on? Fella? What's new? How's your stream, mate? Oi. Flagship Pokemon of the new Black Bolt set. That is a good one. That's a good way to put it.
Get on the beers.
Zekrom is the flagship legendary EX Pokemon being I'll say one of the flagship legendary EX Pokemon being printed in the upcoming Black Bolt and White Flare dual set. Does anybody go run? No worries. Thank you so much for raiding in. And for those of you who may be joining me for the first time, yeah, it's BWR Rarity. That's what I was looking for. If any of you are watching me for the first time, I'm Vice Games, and I am a long-time competitor of the Pokemon TCG. I've been playing for 16 years. I started in 2009. In 2013, I qualified for the World Championships. And I've just sort of continued to compete locally ever since, trying to give my locals a run for their money in local tournaments and, you know, getting out to regional championships when I can and doing this live stream and YouTube thing. I play a lot of Pokemon cards, mainly this game that you see behind me. Well, you don't see behind me because I'm currently in a different scene, but if I switch back to my main one, Pokemon TCG Live is what you'll see me playing most of the time. Yeah, so what is the GOS on, so the BWR Rarity? Zekrom EX is one of the flagship legendary EX Pokemon being printed in the upcoming Black Bolt and White Flare dual sets. It will be amongst the first to receive an all-new rarity dubbed the BWR, dubbed BWR. These fantastic looking BWR rare cards have a theme about them, or have a monochromatic color scheme to them, which is quite striking. What was the attack name, by the way? The attack name is called Voltage Bursts. Stop it, Zenny, stop it. Don't lie in chat. Wish Zekrom was better. It's not fantastic. Which is why I wasn't really planning on reviewing it, but I do need to review EX cards, I think. I think that's what hits with people watching shorts. Like, they're not that interested in me sharing like my tech cards to go with electric. They just want to know about the card, or they click a card that they like and they want to hear somebody talk about it. What is going on with my hair? Okay, can somebody cut my hair, please? Does anybody in chat know how to cut hair? Okay, so however, as always, I'm here to ask, is this card bad or busted? Zekrom's main talking point is the attack Voltage Burst, which does 130 damage. This attack does 50 more for each prize card your opponent has taken, and this Pokemon does 30 damage to itself. So the attack is reminiscent of Charizard. I actually didn't realize it was such like a heavy ramp up in damage. But then like it has lower base damage. Reminiscent of so we'll say the attack is reminiscent of Charizard EX with the added benefit of not requiring you to evolve to get the attack. However, it has lower damage out the gate. Lower damage at the beginning. It doesn't have an ability to get the energy on its own, and is generally more fragile between the lower base HP and the damage it inflicts to itself. Magneton to Zekrom Voltage Burst for 330 on Zard. GG, shake my hand. Is this like the VGC memes where it's like, nice opinion, but Magneton to Zekrom Voltage Burst for 330 on Zard. GG, shake my hand? So however, it has lower damage at the beginning. It doesn't have an ability to get energy on its own, and is generally more fragile between the lower base HP and the damage it inflicts to itself. Overall, I'm going to give this card a 3 out of 5. It is just fine. It is just fine. It might be able to slot into a lightning deck as a one-off, but it isn't a massive game changer on its own. Alright, so I'm going to read my script. We're going to time it as well. Live split. Where is my live split? Live split. There it is. So I've got to read like 5 paragraphs in 1 minute. So that's cool, but yeah, nice opinion, but okay, nice opinion, but let me get in position. Make sure I can see the things and read the things and talk to you about the things. I'm going to try and not cut my head off at the top too. Got a bad habit of doing that. Alright, let's do the thing. Zekrom EX is one of the flagship legendary EX Pokemon being printed in the upcoming Black Bolt and White Flare dual set. It will be amongst the first to receive an all-new rarity dubbed BWR. These fantastic-looking BWR rare cards have a monochromatic color scheme to them, which is really quite striking. However, as always, I'm here to ask, is this card bad or busted? Zekrom's main talking point is the attack Voltage Burst, which does 130 damage. This attack does 50 more damage for each prize card your opponent has taken, and this Pokemon does 30 damage to itself. So the attack is reminiscent of Charizard EX with the added benefit of not requiring you to evolve to get the attack. I think I will get there. I just fumbled in my reading comprehension. Pretty important. Sorry. This attack is like Charizard. This attack is reminiscent of Charizard EX. He added with the benefit of not requiring you to evolve. However, it has lower damage at the beginning, doesn't have an ability to get the energy. So is generally more fragile between the lower base HP. Okay, I'm going to try this again. Okay. Zekrom EX is one of the legendary... I messed it up in 3 seconds flat. Let's try again. Zekrom EX is one of the flagship legendary EX Pokemon being printed in the upcoming Black Bolt and White Flare duel set. It will be amongst the first to receive an all-new rarity dubbed BWR. These fantastic-looking BWR rare cards have a monochromatic color scheme to them, which is really quite striking. However, as always, I'm here to ask, is this card bad or busted? Zekrom's main talking point is the attack Voltage Burst, which does 130 damage. This attack does 50 more damage for each prize card your opponent has taken, and this Pokemon does 30 damage to itself. So the attack is reminiscent of Charizard EX, with the benefit of not requiring you to evolve. But it has lower damage at the beginning, it doesn't have an ability to get the energy on its own, and is generally more fragile between the lower base HP and the damage it inflicts to itself. Overall, I'm going to give this card a 3 out of 5. It is just fine. It might be able to slot into a Lightning deck as a one-off, but it isn't a game changer on its own. I was just over 60 seconds. No! I don't think I can cut 4 seconds from what I just read. I can shorten the beginning a little bit. I'll say dubbed BWR. They have a striking. They have a monochromatic color scheme to them, which is really quite striking. As always, I'll start with as always. I'm here to ask, is this card bad or busted? I'll say Zekrom's main attack is Voltage Burst, which does 130, does 50 more for each prize card your opponent has taken, and it does 30 to itself. I'll say it is reminiscent of Charizard EX. Without requiring you, or with the benefit of, I'll say it's shorter to say without requiring you to evolve. However, as well. So that should be able to save all the time I need. Can I speed up? I don't really like doing that. I guess that could be a way to do it, but I don't. Well, maybe that would be a good thing, because I know that I generally talk slow. I like to try to be clear with all the words that I say, so like I spend a bit more time speaking and pronouncing the words. Which, I don't know, that seems like a good thing, but when we're talking about short form content, maybe not. Anyway, let's go again. Zekrom EX is one of the flagship legendary EX Pokemon being printed in the upcoming Black Bolt and White Flare duel sets. It will be amongst the first to receive an all-new rarity dubbed the BWR. I'll start that again. Receive the all-new... I'll say the all-new to receive the all-new BWR rarity. Yeah, that's a better way to say it. Let's try this again. Zekrom EX is one of the flagship legendary EX Pokemon being printed in the upcoming Black Bolt and White Flare duel set. It will be amongst the first to receive the all-new BWR rarity. They have a monochromatic color scheme to them, which is really quite striking. As always, I'm here to ask, is this card bad or busted? And Zekrom's main attack is Voltage Burst, which reads 130 damage. This attack does 50 more damage for each prize card your opponent has taken, and this Pokemon does 30 damage to itself. It's quite reminiscent of Charizard EX without requiring you to evolve. However, it has lower damage at the beginning, it doesn't have the ability to get the energy on its own, and it's generally more fragile between the lower base HP and the damage that it inflicts to itself. Overall, I'm going to give this card a 3 out of 5. It's just fine. It might be able to slot into a Lightning deck as a one-off, but it's not a massive game changer on its own. That was under a minute, so that was good. Might do one more read because I fumbled my words just like a little bit. But we'll get there. Don't you worry. Okay. Zekrom EX is one of the flagship legendary EX Pokemon being printed in the upcoming Black Bolt and White Flare dual set. It will be amongst the first to receive the all-new BWR rarity. They have a monochromatic color scheme to them, which is really quite striking. As always, I'm here to ask, is this card bad or busted? And Zekrom's main attack is Voltage Burst, which reads 130 damage. This attack does 50 more damage. For each prize card your opponent has taken, this Pokemon does 30 damage to itself. It is reminiscent of Charizard EX without requiring you to evolve. However, it has lower damage at the beginning, it doesn't have an ability to get energy on its own, and it's generally more fragile between the lower base HP and the damage it inflicts to itself. Overall, I'm going to give this card a 3 out of 5. It's just fine. It might be able to slot into a lightning deck as a one-of, but it isn't a game changer on its own. Okay, done. Done. Yeah, the news air aura is good. I mentioned it in my electric short. Yes, reading in a minute for YouTube shorts. I know that you can upload longer than 1 minute, but I think 1 minute is good to aim for. Like, yeah. So that is the read done. Our homework for tonight is finished. Hooray! Hooray! Zekrom. Alright, let's play one more game. I'll run the Okie Dokie again because it's been behaving quite nicely for us. It's been doing alright. Do you like Okie Dokie? Do you like Okie Dokie? Okay, Millie. Well, thank you for hanging out. Everyone say bye, Millie. Bye. Everyone say bye. Put electric out over there. This open looks familiar. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. 2-0 to Zekrom. Easy. Easy peasy. Go on then. Bench your Pheasantipity. See if I care. Go on then. I knew they would Iono. I knew it. It's a bit of a shame though. Bit of a shame. This is gonna get ugly quickly. So, like, I think I'm better off powering up Okidogi and looking to just manually retreat the Ogre Pawn. Because I don't think anything's going to happen next turn if I just attach the fighting energy to Ogre Pawn. It's probably a bit too greedy to try and do that. So we'll do this. It looks great. Zenny, well done. Somewhere in my shame pile of plushies, I have a little Dynamo and an electric. Somewhere from from Worlds, I think, or either from Worlds or like a trip to Japan from like 10 years ago. See ya. Bye. Goodbye. Goodbye. Retreat. Retreat. Retreat in a little treat. Do I want to Artisan for anything? Not really. Because I don't want anything to get stuck. So we'll just punch. I need something to make it, like, float around randomly. I need, like, a script that just makes it, like, just, like, float randomly. You got the DVD logo, except it's... You know what I mean? Surely there will be an OBS script for that. Must be somewhere. Put it over there for now. See, I was right. I was right. If I'd done anything else, this would be bad. But because I didn't bench anything, the only choice they've got is to bring up the Ogre Pawn, and we just don't care at the moment. We just don't care. Okay, now we care a little bit. That's annoying. If they have the energy. Counter gain. Cringe. I'll still be stuck though, right? Yeah. It doesn't require me to do damage. Okay, Crispin. We just slam the Crispin. No problem. Boom. Boom. Goodbye. Could have put Hop's Cram down, but we'll be fine. Right? We'll be fine. Does anybody think that Hop's Cramorant could be good with Frostlass? Could that be a thing? Turbo decks have a required place in the game. There is nothing wrong with turbo decks existing. They're just... And at the moment, turbo decks are not dominant at all. So if anything, they need, like, a bit of a prop up. They do need a bit of help. And yeah, like, they don't really fit my idea of what a Pokemon deck should be. Or like, they aren't, like, my cup of tea. But in terms, like, of the overall health of a card game, they do... It is good that they exist. Otherwise, like, you will just end up with a situation where Gardevoir and Dragapult are just, like, the best decks forever. Because they are just, like, late game monstrosities, which will always be, like, just really strong, right? So if they're always there, then that's a bit of an issue. Wait, no, I didn't mess up. I thought I messed up. But we will be okay. What are we sending up, bro? Yep, cool. Boom. Yeah, and so like control and mill ends up having like a good place in the metagame if the turbo decks, which generally if a turbo deck is balanced, it sacrifices its ability to do things in the late game because it doesn't want to have to worry about late game, it just wants to end the game. Hi, C Baker. No, not just yet. I actually have a rare opportunity to stream a little longer than usual tonight. I'm probably not gonna stream like a mega amount more, but yeah. Alright, what are we doing? What are we doing, Frostlass? What is the plan? Budgie? We know how that goes. We know how that goes. Get cooked. Get cooked. Okie dokie is putting points on the board. What the heck? Nobody can beat it. Someone take Okie dokie to a tournament. Have a good time. I'm starting to hit my limit, to be honest. Starting to lose energy. But I could also be tempted to play something for fun, or play something else for fun too. What elo would I consider a deck viable for a tournament? If I one-tricked it on the ladder. If I think about how hard I grinded Roaring Moon, I would probably want somewhere between... It really depends on what your standard is. Like, are you trying to win an 8-person tournament at your local? Right? Because any deck that gets you to like 1600, probably fine. But if you like, if I'm reading between the lines with what you're asking, A-Dog, if I'm reading between the lines, and it's like you want to do well. Let's say like your aim is like top cut at a League Cup, right? Then I would probably want close to 1800. Probably 1800. And the reason is because it starts getting hard to consistently win. Right? It doesn't take long for the wins to become like really difficult to get with any deck that you try. And between 1700 and 1800, it really like ramps really hard. At least in my experience. Like people at that rank, people are like really interested in winning, like more than anything. So they will be playing decks that will farm like bad decks, if that makes sense. But if your bad deck is holding its own in that elo, it's either like a good anti-meta deck or you're just cracked. You're just the best. You know what I mean? Another good measure of it is like how long your queue times are. Your queue times have been rough? Yeah. Once you get to a certain point, yeah, it starts getting tough. But here's what I'll say too, A-Dog. Here's what I'll say too. It's not like a huge qualifier of whether your deck is good or not, because I grinded my Roaring Moon list before regionals to like upwards of 1800 points. And then I failed miserably in day one. So... So rude, Seamaker. So rude. Oh, you know which emote to spam. See, it's the new Kappa. Budju is just Kappa. Goes both ways, it does. Wait, what if I played Penny? Ooh, ooh, ooh. No, you don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, what are we gonna do? It's probably just okie dokie time, right? Yeah. Okie dokie. I got nothing better to do on this turn, so... Oh, also, like, Ogerpon is kind of good in this matchup, too. Not bad, right? Not bad. So I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna go... Pokegear. Crispin, thank you. Play the Crispin now, we don't want to lose it. Boom. Boom. Alright. Good luck. Good luck, Impidimp. X Factor, I'm gonna remove all the emotes just to spite you. Just gonna remove them. No, all the emotes that I've uploaded over the years have stayed. Very thankfully, I had 1 month where I had a lot of subs, so I was able to open a lot of slots for uploading. So I've got a lot. Not fair? Well, that is just how the world works. It's not fair. That's right. What am I to do? Because I don't want to Iono here. Not really. But like, I kind of don't want to research here either. At the same time, though, I don't know. I'm kind of down to just do this. Not gonna put 2 Okie Dokie in play. Dang, should have greeted, huh? Should have greeted. We'll accumulate the damage before I do anything with Monkey Dory here. But I should retreat. Alright, well, good luck. Good luck. Yeah, the Visega Tron roll has been around for years. 2 Kappa emotes. Yeah, it's true. You can choose as you please. My only choice now is to try and get more subs so I can unlock more emote slots. Or, even better, start maintaining emotes on 7TV. Do I not have an XDD? I should add it. Need to get XDD in there. We'll put down Cram since it's not going to accumulate damage from Frostlass. I'm gonna go Colrus. Something like this. Should have used fighting there instead, but I think it's okay. I don't want to put any stadiums down, so I think I am just going to attack here, use Demolish. Okay, good luck. Good luck. Yeah, I need to add some more channel emotes. And 7TV. They don't have to be paywalled. There's also like plenty of good Pokemon ones out there too. And just generally funny ones. Everybody out here playing Grimmsnarl. They could just be walling opponents with Ogerpon. No problem. Paywalling them is good because it's branding. Yeah, it's true. I don't know. I don't like taking money. I guess. You know, for a really long time, I kept like I didn't sign up for affiliate. Yeah. Are you gonna follow that up with a Budju, Seabaker? Is that what you're about to do? But yeah, for a really long time, I didn't want to turn on subs for the channel. But I eventually I did. Eventually. Because it let me like have the emotes and stuff like that. So. Well, that's because Zenny is a valued contributor to the community. As far as deck lists and other such contributions go. Banter in the chat room and good vibes. Let me choice ban this Cramorant real quick. Bravery Charm, let's just make it ultra difficult to bust through the Ogerpon there. And then I think I'm just going to demolish. I want to let the damage accumulate before I move it with Monkey Dory. Because they can always move it with their Monkey Dory too, so. Banter, Dex, and Art. B-A-D. The triple threat. Banter, Art, and Dex. And we should all strive to be bad. It's the bad combo. Alright, work it out. Come on. What are you gonna do? What's up? What are we doing here, Grimstyle? You got a plan? You got a scheme? What's going on? What are we doing? Because if I just don't bench anything for the rest of the game, you might be cooked. It may not be your day. Kind of want to get rid of this or this. One of the two. It would also be nice to have a second Monkey Dory, maybe. Uh-oh. Oh. We're not using Corkscrew Punch? Uh-oh. So rude. Alright, let's do this. We want to keep the Monkey Dory around as long as we can, so boom boom. Maybe Town Store. Let's play this first. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the TM Devo. Not bad. Now what will you do, Grimstyle? Now what will you do? Because you can run, but you can't hide. Monkey Dory the threat. It can be annoying if it can attack, but I'm not too worried. Not too worried. We'll be okay. It'd be really nice if I could find a second Monkey Dory. Hey dog, you playing Festival Lead? Now you talking. I thought Seabaker was a delight, not a threat. I thought Seabaker was a delight. Now what do I do? We'll be alright. Artisan. We'll be okay. Monkey Dory, please. Please, please, please. Thank you. Nope. It's too bad that I couldn't get my TM Devo in. That's alright. I also just, like, want to progress the game, if that makes sense. Like, I'd rather just take the 2 prizes on the Grimmsnarl. Oh, buddy. Now you're talking. So, Adrena Brain. I'm going to move the damage to the Monkey Dory here, because it might start to get a bit overwhelming. Which would be interesting. Demolish. We're not, like, any kind of, like, danger either. Like, we're getting a lot of work done with Ogrepon on its own. My opponent really can't do anything about it. They're so all in on what Grimmsnarl does that this Okie Dokie deck has, like, a funny little, like, niche at the moment. It's cool. Well, hopefully the ad's over.
You always got some super fly shit. How much you got? More than you need. What kind of tech was it? The joint you just had was on the floor. Damn. Man, I ain't putting you down. Just trying to make it real, baby, like it is. I mean, maybe this is what you supposed to do.
Dark energy in the hand is nice. We can start really applying pressure. Alright, the game's almost over. What are you talking about?
What the fuck?
Yeah, the big dog. Getting it done. Oh no, Zane. These emotes are being weaponized against you. What will you do? So we can, like, we can almost end this game next turn. Because we can go double Monkey Dory, research, look for TM Devo. Leave my Monkey Dory alone. No. No. Cringe. Dang. Well, they're going to be annoyed to see Night Stretcher Monkey Dory again.
Super fly shit. How much you got? More than you need. What kind of cut will it take? Snort you just had was on the floor. Damn. Man, I ain't putting you down. Trying to make it real, baby, like this. Maybe this is what you're supposed to do besides pimping. What the fuck you gonna do except
Imagine you're my opponent and you spend the whole game taking down Monkey Dory, and I just keep putting it back. I just keep going, Night Stretcher. Okay, Monkey Dory time. And you sit there and you're like, ugh, really? Like, I kind of just want to research the hand, but yeah, I don't know. Need to put the damage there to make sure that I get the KO next turn. It's really doomed. Like, really. What are you supposed to do in this position? And, like, sure, Monkey Dory is going to go... sorry, Okie Dokie is going to go down, but who cares? As long as I don't bench another Pokemon, they have to find a way to deal with one of the Ogerpon. And I just don't think that they've got it. Unless they start getting silly with Maractus. Imagine you're so sweet and cute like a Budgie. Like a Budgie, right? Alright, what are we doing? Secret box? What's it gonna be? Are those cards good enough? I guess we will find out together. Team Devo. Not doing much with that card. Probably just don't want to redraw it after this inevitable Iono. I didn't really want to give up the energy that I had in this hand, so that's why I played it the way I did. Okay. Now what? What now? Because you will lose if Grimmsnarl stays active, which means you're not getting the Shadow Bullet damage. And that has got to be a very painful retreat. I think that benching Cleffa there is just a complete misplay too. It's pretty doomed. But like, I'm just going to move damage with Monkey Dory, knock out the Cleffa, and then knock out whatever they send active. Time difference is crazy. They have been thinking through their turns. Nah, that's alright, they're allowed to. It's, a lot of our turns are pretty straightforward, because it's a very, like, you just, you know, like, there's no draw engine, right? So there's no promise of any cards to be able to play. Like, I've got a Nest Ball and an Iono. What can I do? Alright, GG's. The one thing that would have got it for them is if they had the stadium, the Pokemon League headquarters. That would have been good, but no such luck. And we top deck the Tenacity anyway. GG's. It turns out that Okie Dokie is pretty good. Not bad. Not bad. So this was the list that I'm playing is based on a City League list that I spotted. I shared it in the Discord, but here's the link if you want to see it for yourself. It's not bad. And the only change that I made was I replaced the Shaman, which is not released yet, with something like maybe like another Crispin or another Iono or something. That's all I did, and it's been working all right. Not bad. What are we building next week? That's a good question. I have no idea. I have no idea. Ethan. I'm down to build Ethan. Guys, I want to play a different game. I want to play a different game. Alright, those are your choices. Monster Train 2, the 100 line, or I end stream and go eat food. Well, Tord helped show us the way with Mewtwo. It just requires more work. End stream and eat food. Honestly, I would be down. I would be down for end stream and eat food. Because one, I'm hungry, and two, my you can hear I'm like a little bit nasally, so I'm not feeling like 100%. Everybody wants me to end stream and eat food. I'm totally fine with that, by the way. Totally fine. Because I haven't eaten in about 8 hours. You don't, but if I must, yeah. It would give me time to edit the. I do need to go to sleep relatively early tonight, and I still want to edit the YouTube short. So. Zenny Hex? Nah, it's not Zenny. I just look. I had a few glasses of sake on the weekend, and I think it probably hit my throat. That is probably it. Wife will be coming home later. She's away for a little while tonight though, so like I can keep on streaming, but the eyes have it. End stream and eat food. Maybe I'll Discord stream later. I don't know. If any of you are into that, I'll Discord stream for fun. But until then, I think I'm actually going to call it for the evening. We might call it because I am hungry. I am hungry. But whomst are we gonna raid? Well, I see somebody that I would like to raid. I can see Kumarin is streaming Super Mario. So we're gonna go see what Kumarin is up to. I think she is probably playing a ROM hack, a Pokemon ROM hack, and it's just in the Super Mario category. Actually, I'm gonna take a quick look. What is she up to?
Like, it was like...
Yeah, it's a Pokemon ROM hack. So we can go see what she's up to. So I'm gonna raid. Be good and be nice, okay? She is an esteemed colleague of mine. Right?